Welcome back, everybody. It's Big Poppa T-Mo doing a No Man's Sky Beginner's Guide. We are on our second planet. We were running back to our starship after mining some copper. Right now we're going to go ahead and recharge our hazard protection. We got to look for some sodium real quick. It's kind of far away in the wrong direction. I think we got enough to get back to our ship, but gotta remember this is a god-awful large hill. Whoa, look at that drop off. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and jump and keep an eye on our jetpack. Ouch. Nice little slow, steady burst. Make sure we didn't die. Now we are stuck down a hole. But hey, guys, remember that I gave you that trick. If you walk straight up against it, no matter how high it is, it will continue to go. This actually had some little spots where we could walk without falling. That's why it was giving us that burst. And we have some carbon crystals. Let's get some condensed carbon real quick. And we've got, whoops, got some stash. So let's go ahead and search these guys. The white one is always health. The red ones tend to give you all sorts of things, either ammo or sodium or just different supplies. Now, since didn't see this was here before, this is hiding some critters behind it, and it's not showing me because I'm too close. We back up and scan it from afar. This is an artifact. What this does is it's going to teach us a word in the local language. I don't remember what type of system we're in, so bear with me one moment. Doesn't say. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on this. It's a Vy'Keen. Going to accept the knowledge. The name Vy'Keen floats in my vision. We have learned the Vy'Keen word for interloper. Ironic, we normally don't get that until there's all sorts of critters here. I think we scared some of them too. He looks just like the other ones, but he's different. Eats nip-nip buds. Look just like this guy, only bigger, but different. This guy digs for tubers. You never can tell just by looking at him. You have to scan these things. That sentinel is just chilling out over there. We're not going to be able to do much in this little section other than scan and craft. That's fine. Notice we have a buried technology module right there. We're going to go ahead and hit that real quick. Actually, there's another one right there too. Let's go hit them both. Destination reached. Terrain manipulator. I'll blow that out of there. Where was this other one? Right over here. Maybe a little bit further of a walk. 232 units. That is down that hole. Nope, we're going to avoid that one for the moment. Try not to squirrel too often here. When I say squirrel, I mean getting easily distracted. And come over here, we're going to hit our save point just where Gits and Shiggles. Reason being is you never know when you're going to die. Here is a number 3. These are humming eggs. Now, I told you before that the number 3s normally get the sentinels to come right after you. Humming eggs are the exception to the rule. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, click on that, and it opens up to be an Albumen Pearl, which is a non-scannable item. We're going to open all of these up real quick and get them all. And then I will show you in our inventory what they're used for. Now, make sure it says humming egg, not whispering egg. If you see a whispering egg early on in your career, you might want to avoid it because they spawn larval cores first, which are actually worth a decent amount of units, but the larval cores also spawn monstrosities, and the monstrosities will mess your world up. So, our current pathway for awakening says that we need to construct a base computer. Let's go ahead and push the up, cycle over to that, click on it. We might not have any fuel. We do. Use the condensed carbon. Now, when I pick this back up, it's just going to give me straight carbon instead of the condensed, which I think is kind of cheesy, but so be it. We're going to run through all of this copper and make 91 chromatic metal. In the meantime, we're going to let that go ahead and process, and we're going to move away from the sentinel so that we're out of range. And we're going to come over here and gather some more ferrite dust just to have something to do while it's processing. Early trick in this game is to learn how to multitask. Whoop. We have attracted the attention of the sentinel. Hello, Mr. Sentinel. Wasn't me. I wasn't doing it. It was one of these jumpy doo-woppy things. This looks like a beholder from D&D. Now you can feed these critters too, but not necessary at the moment. That sodium is too far away. Here's some carbon crystals up there, some sodium over that way. I think we'll be okay for the moment. Deuterium rich. Yeah, I think we've got enough to get us by. These birds are really cool. It's a copper deposit. Alright, let's go ahead and it's finished. Let's go ahead and pick up our chromatic metal. And it says we need to build a base computer. I don't want to build a base right here though, so we're going to pick up our portable refiner and we're going to get out of this hole in the ground. Oh, gotta watch out for that guy. Looks like a Venus flytrap for a reason. Yeah, it's hostile. But we can use the oxygen. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of this hole in the ground. Whoa. And gather some real quick carbon. No, we're going to need that in a minute. Overheat. Yes, I know our radiation protection is falling. It is getting critical too, so let's go ahead and float ourselves up this wall. Can't see where I'm going, but I know there's something at the top of this hill somewhere. There we go. Do another quick scan. There's some carbon over that way. Sorry, not carbon, the sodium. There's carbon everywhere in these plants, but we need the sodium more than anything else. Let's go ahead and recharge. Found some loot. We'll gather that. Oh, I feel cheated out, guys. We got nothing found in the big yellow box. Let's get up on top of this hill and found a jumping. Digs for tubers. It's friendly. Found a jumping gumdrop, basically. Alright, there is a good little spot of sodium right there. Let's go ahead and gather our unidentified mineral. Which one? Hostile flora nearby. Now, if you do that little jetpack trick that I said where you do the melee move and then the jetpack, make sure there's not a critter in front of you, because if there is, it counts as an attack. If you ever run out of carbon and you need to recharge your mining laser, because say you were just getting something else. Oop, there's a hostile plant in there. Didn't even see it. Told you, everything's trying to kill you. Say you ran out of carbon, you can always walk right up to one of these plants and use that R1 melee attack and hit something, and it will give you a small amount of whatever the resource was from that particular item. With carbon, it gives you enough to recharge your mining laser to start mining again. Whereas here, I've been pretty decent about not running out of fuel and not running out of resources, but then that's the whole point of me doing a guide for you all. Teach you those little tricks that I had to learn the hard way. And now we're going to do a little bit of searching. Well, we've got some flat ground here. We're relatively flat. Got some pretty decent resources nearby. Grab some dihydrogen crystals. Plenty of carbon nearby in the local plant life. Scan this real quick. Let's see what these nodes are in the distance here. Uranium. Uranium. Salt. We are going to head over this way. Let's go ahead and charge up all of our life support, all of our radiation protection, and what we're going to do is we're going to highlight that uranium deposit. Try and scan these birds real quick. Told you I have the biggest problem with this. It's just me. It's gotta be. Alright, that's 1,000 units. But we wanted to highlight that uranium deposit and head over that way. Sentinel just popped up out of the ground. Wasn't there before. It's there now. Those little bastards are everywhere. Scan this mineral. It was moving, so it didn't fully scan. Oh, that's useful. Fairy dust and sodium. So it basically gives us hazard protection and building material. Go for the twofers. Alright guys, that's where we're going to have to cut it off for this time. If you liked what you saw, give me a big old thumbs up. If you'd like to see future episodes, go ahead and hit the subscribe. This is Big Poppa T-Mo, signing off. Fly safe, everyone.